This is how to play Hoity Toity. You can play this game on Spiel by Web as well as the board game on the table. Hoity Toity is essentially a race game where you're trying to move your piece around the board as fast as possible and to have your piece be the farthest along at the end of the game. To do this, there are 3 different phases. The first phase is the where phase, where you decide to go. You can either go to the auction house or the castle, and you do that by using cards. If you choose to go to the auction house, you have 2 choices. You can either choose to purchase one of the face-up collectible card items, or you can choose to be a thief. If you choose to purchase an item, whoever plays the highest value card gets to buy an item. If you play a thief, you can steal the highest priced cash ticket if you're the only thief. If there are multiple thieves in the auction house, you scare each other away and the thieves don't get anything. If you are unsuccessful in purchasing an item, your card just goes back into your hand. You don't lose it unless you spend it. That's the auction house. Really easy. The other option you have is the castle. Now in the castle it's a little bit more complex. You have 3 choices you can make. You can either choose to exhibit, and if you exhibit, you are displaying your collectible cards in alphabetical order. A, B, C, D, shown right here. You start the game with 4 collectible cards, so you may get a set right away. If you play in the castle and exhibit, and you have the best set of cards, and that just means if you have the most cards in a set, you can move across the board. Each space has 2 numbers. As you see in this space, there's a 4 and a 2. What that means is, if you have the best collective set, your piece moves 4 squares along the board. If you have the second best set, you move 2 spaces across the board. If there are ties, that's where the years come in. Whoever has the oldest item gets the tiebreaker. Like I said, collective card sets can be any number of cards as long as they're alphabetical. They could be duplicates, so you could have an AABB as well as an ABCD. You can also play a thief in the castle. Now what the thief does in the castle is it will steal an item from someone who exhibits. So if you exhibit an ABCD and someone is a thief, they can choose any one of those items that they can steal and put into their hands. Every thief gets to steal something in the castle. So if you're playing a 4-player game and there are 3 thieves, you will lose 3 items. The higher number of the thief, they get priority. So the 9 would get to steal before the 8 and so on. The detective is the catch-up mechanism. The detective catches a thief as they're stealing. Now the thief still gets to steal the card, but the detective puts that thief in jail. And the player can't use that thief until he gets out of jail. And to do that, the detective has to put more thieves in jail. If you're successful in putting a thief in jail, the detective allows you to move your piece the same number of spaces as to where you are in the game. So if you're in 4th place, you can move your piece 4 squares along the board. If you're in 1st place, you only move your little token 1 space. The game ends when one of the tokens enters the orange version, as you can see here on the left. Once that happens, there is one final exhibit, and whoever has the best exhibit moves along, I believe it's 8 spaces, and the second player, the player with the second best exhibit, will move his player 5 spaces. The winner of the game is the player whose token is the furthest along on the track. Like I said, you can play this game either on the table, or there's a really good implementation on Spiel by Web. It's easy to play, and it's really fun.